Okay, so in what the basis of this reading is about, you have the Four of Wands and the Seven of Coins. In your current energies, you have the Three of Cups and the Magician reversed. And then what's coming in for you, you have the Page of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Your challenge regarding the situation, you have the Nine of Cups and the Four of Pentacles reversed. And what's recommended for you is the Emperor reversed and the Hermit reversed. Now, whatever this is, it represents something that I really feel like you've been working towards this for a long time, and you hit some kind of goal with it, you hit some kind of milestone. And I think because the Seven of Coins is here to, or the Seven of Pentacles is clarifying this, it's something that you've been getting slow results with. I think you might have been working at this a very long time. And finally, you're getting results. You hit a certain goal, milestone, or there's something to celebrate with this situation. But it's not something that came overnight, and it sure as hell didn't come quickly for you guys. So it's definitely something you've been putting that time in and watching it, and it's been kind of moving along, but at a pace that I'm sure you wished it kind of shush it along a little quicker. But finally, you have something where you are in a place of celebration. It's starting to kind of look up and everything. And in your current energies, I feel that, you know, you are celebrating. You're celebrating with people around you, and there's people that are kind of celebrating your success as well. And the Magician reverse here, I think they're celebrating because I feel like whatever this is, I really get a feeling that you've been trying to figure this situation out, and I don't think you fully have it completely figured out yet. I still think you're working on it, but you hit some kind of goal, and I think they're celebrating the fact that you, like, were able to, like, if you were lacking in certain areas, I think you had to figure out how to put the pieces together or make it kind of work a little differently. And I think that's what's being celebrated, because I feel like the Magician here reversed, I feel like the show wasn't really good. It wasn't really working for you, whatever this is for you. Like, it wasn't really gelling quite right. There could have been a lot of potential that you have that you kept just missing the mark with. But I think finally you hit the mark, or something is progressing in a very slow. I definitely feel slow energy here. I feel slow. But finally, you're getting something, and people are acknowledging your achievement with it, or your success, or the fact that now it's starting to kind of blend a little bit better for you, or gel a little bit better, or vibe a little bit better for you. That's what I'm kind of getting with this. So that's fantastic. But what's coming in for you with the Page of Wands reversed and the Ace of Pentacles, I still think that you have something you have to still figure out regarding this situation. And I think you may feel a little aimless, or a little like you're not entirely sure what the next step is. But I definitely think your eye is on the prize in a way, and I definitely think with the Ace of Pentacles here clarifying it, I think this is something for you. It's like, I really kind of feel like maybe it's like a financial opportunity or something for you, or something that's going to help you with your finances, or just help kind of level you up to a certain degree to kind of get you into a better position in the future. But I feel like you might, you know what, this whole energy, I just feel like it's something that you're trying to do, but I don't want to say it's almost like from scratch, but you're the one trying to put this together or figure this out. And I'm not saying that you don't have a great game plan, but you know, when you do something that you never did before, you don't really know what the hell you're doing, and there might not be like a manuscript of step A, B, C, D to do it. So I kind of feel like you've been trying to figure this out. For some of you, this could be like a business you're trying to do, or a side hustle, or something that you're trying to put together. You know, maybe you're trying to plan a wedding and you're trying to do it a little differently, and you're not entirely sure how you're going to do it or what you want, or there's a lot of stuff coming at you at all different kind of fields or ways or whatever. And I definitely think you're getting, I don't want to say better at it, or you're definitely moving along, but there's still energy here of, I think you hit a milestone. It's been going a little slow. You're kind of finally getting it a little together. You're getting it merged or meshed a little together. So you're happy and kind of celebrating that. But I think what's coming in for you, you have this goal of whatever this opportunity is, but you might feel a little still scattered a little bit. Like you're not entirely sure what you're supposed to be doing next. But your challenge regarding this, but I think you're going to figure it out, because with the Ace of Pentacles, I think your eye is on the prize, and sometimes you got to play around with things and figure things out, troubleshoot stuff to really get to where you need to go and figure it out fully. So I definitely think your like mindset is in the right spot. I just think, sometimes you got to figure these things out. It's always a pain in the ass. Nothing's ever really easy. Anyway, but your challenge regarding this is a Nine of Cups, and then you have the Four of Pentacles reversed. Now, I feel like with this, I think your challenge is not to forget what makes you happy and what makes you feel content. Because I feel like with this, you don't want to get so far off the path of what this might have originally meant for you or represented to you, that now it's changing into something that you're not actually going to be happy about in the future. Because I really feel like, because this is your challenge, is to probably stay true to your happiness, stay true to what satisfies you, what gives you that content feeling, what your ideas or emotional fulfillment in a way. And because the Four of Pentacles is reversed here, this could indicate that you're letting something go. Like you've been holding on to something for a long time and now you're letting it go. So I think your challenge is to not let go of whatever this original Seven of Coins, whatever you've been really growing, putting your time into to get this victory. And now that you're kind of achieving that, and I think now you're in like the next phase of whatever this is, I think this is just, your challenge is just, don't forget the original either intention, idea, concept, or whatever this really meant for you in the beginning. Don't get so steered off your path, because I definitely think you have a lot of different options kind of coming in for you, and you might not really know what's the best one. And I definitely think money's on your mind to a certain degree, potentially with whatever opportunities are on your mind, which I think that's always good. But you have to make sure you're choosing or navigating the situation to be the best thing for your well-being as well. Mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, whatever, all of it. But what's recommended for you, you have the Emperor in reverse and the Hermit in reverse. And I kind of feel like the Emperor in reverse is saying, like, what would be recommended is don't be so in control. Like, I'm not saying don't be over dominating something. Don't be super, like, hyper fixated or focused. Kind of maybe, I don't want to say take a chill pill and, like, relax a little bit, but I think it's kind of saying that I feel like you have to kind of go with the flow a little bit. And the Hermit, I think what's recommended with you, because this is in reverse as well, is like you got to kind of get out of a comfort zone. You might be really in your mind a little bit trying to figure this out, because I feel like you spent some time making this happen. So now you're still probably in this hyper focus, like planning mode or figuring something out mode. But I think you have to kind of be in the energy where like you're kind of going to go with the flow a little bit. And you're going to kind of not be so internal with it. Like, don't be like a hermit about it. Maybe you have to kind of discuss your feelings, your thoughts, or concepts with others. Maybe don't keep it so private. Maybe brainstorm, but be a little bit more flowy about it. Don't be so in your head with it, and don't be so feeling like you need to be in control of everything. Because I think that sometimes things happen in life that help, nudge us into something that's a little bit better for us. But if we're not really aware of those little nudges, you might miss something. So I think you might be in a place where, even though what's coming in for you with this Page of Wands is maybe not entirely knowing what you're going to do next or how you're going to do it next, but you got your kind of eye on like a certain opportunity, But I think you don't want to be nudged not in the right direction, because I wonder if some of you with your challenge here is that if you're going to be so in control or so kind of isolating yourself with trying to figure this out that you're going to actually lose sight of why you were doing this or what this represents for you to begin with, you know? Because then you don't want to do something and then it makes you unhappy, you know? Because I feel like a lot of time and effort has been put into this situation, and I feel like you're finally kind of getting a little success with it, which is fantastic. But I definitely think there's still more to go with it, and I feel like the next phase is really going to be something that you have to make sure that it's satisfactory to you. You know, make sure it's still kind of representing what you were doing to begin with regarding this. But let's see what else we get for you guys. Okay, so let's see what we get here. First of all, this is number 40. This is Mouse Spirit. Tend to the small things. And I really think that some of you had a few of these cards that came out, but I thought they were, you know, definitely fitting for everything. I definitely think some of you have been tending to the small things, because I think with the Seven of Coins here, or the Seven of Pentacles, it's really about, you know, noticing the details. And I think you still need to notice the details, especially with this Page of Wands, maybe this little not entirely sure, trying too many things out, or not really being super focused. But I think you are trying things out because you're trying to figure out the next part of this opportunity, or how to move forward with this. But there might be little things, and to me, part of me feels like this tend to the small things really could be coming in with this challenge, which, you know, it's so stupid. You know, I know it's not stupid because it's like really important or whatever, being happy or whatever, but like, you might overlook the small things about like what makes you feel content, what makes you feel happy, where is your happy place, what makes you feel satisfied, you know? And what have you been holding on to, or what concept that now you're thinking of letting go, and is it something that is little but it actually is really big for you? So I think it's something like that. You tending to the small things could even just be about your satisfaction, your happiness, you know, your level of ethics or morality or whatever. So definitely something with that. Now, you have number 59, which is Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibilities. And I think this is definitely with the Page of Wands energy in reverse. I think there's a lot of different ways you can go about this or move this forward. And I just think that you just need to be open to it, because with the Emperor in reverse being recommended, he's not, I think when he's upright, he's in control. You know, in reverse, he could be too much control, but I think because it's in reverse, it's probably recommending you to just not be micromanaging, you know, kind of see how things go. Be open to other things. Like, I know he's emperor, he rules or whatever, but sometimes even he has to like listen to other people. So there might be other ideas, and don't stay so much in your head. Like, there might be other ideas or ways that if you talk to somebody, they do it in a different way, and you're like, you know what? You know, that crazy bastard over there, he has a good idea over there, you know? So it might be something silly like that that just kind of jumps out to you and helps you figure this out a little bit more. Now you have 45, Parrot Spirit. Watch your words. Now, this could be your words to yourself, and this could be the words to other people, because you do have celebrations here, you know? You know how that goes sometimes? You know how that goes. We all know how sometimes you get family together, you get friends together, celebrating a little alcohol, and all hell breaks loose. So with the Four of Wands, you know, whatever you're celebrating, this kind of community feel or whatever. There may be something, you know, how somebody might not agree with what you're doing or whatever. You think you have a better idea than them, or they think they have a better idea than you. So I just think this is right now, just be mindful, even what you're saying to yourself. You know, watch your words to other people and watch your words to yourself as well. Now, turquoise, prioritize your health. And I definitely think that that's extremely important, because I really feel like you have a lot of, like, I don't want to say mental strain at the moment. I think you're going through like a celebration, and that's wonderful, but I think you've been putting the time in figuring this out and getting the work done, or to whatever this represents. And I think sometimes you let yourself go by the wayside, potentially. We all do. And especially because your challenge is this 9 of Cups. So you want to make sure you're still happy, and you're focusing on your health, your mental health, your physical health, your whatever kind of health, your spiritual health, whatever it represents for you. Now you have karmatic relationship, fleeting, triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. Now, for some of you, this could have been something that you've been working on for a long time, and it could have been because you were in some type of messy situation and now you're getting out of it, or you're kind of picking up the pieces and moving forward or whatever. Let me tell you something. All the time when I hear about these karmatic relationships, I always hear about these contracts and everything, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, you need lawyers everywhere in like this realm, and you need lawyers in the goddamn afterlife too. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to set up a law firm. When I die, I'm setting up a law firm that writes all these contracts and all this crap out. I'm going to make a killing. I bet you they have a lot of them. But I'm sure the really good ones make a lot of money. So that's my goal for the next, the afterlife, is to become a very good lawyer regarding all this karmatic stuff. Because I'm telling you right now, how I personally... I don't know, maybe you do sign these things, but I'm like, I don't think I'd want to sign something to acknowledge that I'm going to let somebody piss me off, or I'm going to piss them off, and that's just, we're going to see how this goes. It's a disaster. Oh my God, it's a disaster. I feel like sometimes, you know, when I started hearing about this, I'm like, I got a crappy lawyer when I was signing on to this crap. What the hell was I thinking? Anyway, I'm sure some of you know what I'm talking about too. So, who knows? At the end of the day, maybe we'll find out one day, right? But there might be some type of lesson or something that you have to kind of move past or let go. And something with this karmatic thing, it could have been a repeating situation in your life that you've been kind of having to face over and over again. And I think for some of you, this might be you almost breaking out of that, whatever it is, relationship or situation or, you know, bad habit or pattern, whatever. You know, you take it how it works for you, but you might be kind of getting out of that. So there might be something that you're finally kind of moving past a little bit, but you'll know for you. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Now, I really feel like this is, whatever this represents for you, I think it's almost like a labor of love. I think it's something that you really put a lot of time and effort into, and I think you need to still do that. And I kind of feel like when you hit up against this Page of Wands in reverse, I think you need to kind of go with your heart open with this, and go with, don't forget why you're doing this. Because here with the 9 of Cups, this is like about contentment, about your happiness, you know, and kind of feeling satisfied with something. So I think, and that's what's challenging you. So I think you need to just remember that whatever you set out to do in the beginning, or why you're doing this, I don't think you should get so far off of that path, you know, whatever that represents for you. I think you kind of have to keep certain things in your mind regarding that. Now, perseverance. You may feel like you are getting nowhere, but there are wonderful changes ahead. Don't give up. And I feel like this is with this 7 of Coins energy here, the 7 of Pentacles. Because this, let me tell you something. When I get this card, I'm like, I love this card because it's good, but it's slow. Oh, it's like, oh, you're waiting for these damn things to grow. It's taking forever. You want results now. You wanted them yesterday or at least tomorrow. And it comes 3 years down the line. So it's it's a great card, but it's also about having to go through the trenches, having to deal with the ups and the downs to make these things grow, make them into plants or trees or whatever the hell this guy's making them into, and having to deal with and nurture it and be part of that. So it's definitely, I think you're still in that energy. I think you had some kind of victory. I think whatever this is, it's not been quick for you. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress, and I feel like it's still a work in progress. But you just don't give up, but don't get sidetracked from what you originally set out to do with this. That's what I'm getting here, big time. Now you have sacral chakra journey. To enjoy the journey, let go of the outcome. Now I feel like this is the journey for you. And I feel like you letting go of the outcome is you kind of what's recommended here is letting go of maybe being too much in your head about how it's supposed to be or what you think it should be like, and letting go of like too much control, you know, kind of just going with the flow. So I definitely think that that's really good. Because like I said, sometimes you think something one way, then you meet somebody or something happens and you're like, oh, you know what, that's actually a better way. You know, and you wouldn't have realized it if you were just so tunnel visioned. Now you have attract. Like the moon and the ocean, you attract good things into your life. And I think this is beautiful, and I think this is something that you have to remind yourself, even if you're feeling a little bit down, you know, that you are attracting these things, even if it's going a little slowly, you know, if it's going a little slowly, Virgos, I feel you. But I think you have to just remind yourself that, you know, you're putting the work in, you're putting the effort into whatever this represents for you, you're going to get your rewards, you're going to get your results. Now you have cultivate calm. Behold, the field in which I grow my ducks. Thine eyes. Wait, let me read this again because this is a beautiful quote. Behold, the field in which I grow my ducks. Lay thy eyes upon it. Lay thy eyes upon it. Let me do this again, guys. We're going to get through this. Behold, the field in which I grow my ducks. Lay thy eyes upon it and see that is barren. Yeah, so basically you have to say, with whatever this is, there were no ducks given here today. Sometimes you have to have that attitude, you know, especially if you're feeling a little bit, you know, like, oh my God, or dealing with people and they kind of have a opinion or whatever, but you just, I feel like whatever this is, it's something that you kind of felt really true to yourself, and you just need to continue with your vision, but don't tunnel vision, be aware of other things, be aware of other opportunities and possibilities, and figure out what works best for you within the realm of like what your original concept or idea or want was regarding this thing, and the hell with everybody else. Now, let's see what Bob Ross has to say for you. I think each of us at some time in our life has wanted to paint a picture. And I think this is you painting a picture. I think whatever this is, you've been putting the work into it. You've been doing it. You've been kind of having some milestones with it. You know, you have something to celebrate. I feel like you might have started out as the magician in reverse, not knowing how to do this or not knowing how to do anything. But I feel like you kind of managed to figure it out enough to kind of get it to where it needs to go, or at least a little bit. But I do think you still have more way to go with it, but I think you're in a good place with it. But I think this is you painting the picture of what you want this to be like. So don't lose sight of that with your challenge as far as what your happiness is to this, and if certain morality things or certain things that you were holding on to that you didn't want to give up for certain whatever reasons, you know, if that's really important to you, don't give them up. And I think that's your challenge, is to not lose sight of your goal or lose sight of what you wanted this to be for yourself. Now, for your little affirmation, you have, today I am grateful. Today my heart is filled with joy. I see the positive in everything today. And that is beautiful. Now, you also have dead fish go with the flow. And I think you're not a dead fish. You're an active fish here. You've been swimming all over this place. And I think there's a lot of swimming and a lot of stress and a lot of like watching things and trying to nurture things. So it's definitely, I don't feel like you're going with the flow here. I just think you need to make sure that you are keeping you in mind within this situation. Now, for your little stress relief and self-care card, you have finding peace, objective, turning the energy in. I can't read tonight. I'm sorry. Objective, turning into the energy of peace. Get into a comfortable position and close your eyes. Think of a very peaceful place in your mind, like a private refuge or a place of worship. See yourself immersed in the energy of this serene environment and take it all in. Enjoy the sense of peace you feel in the moment. And that is beautiful. So this is just like having a moment, having a moment. Now for the spirit of the dish that shall be with you during this time, you have the spirit of the Ace of Sweets, which is the spirit of the chocolate of your choosing. Now for the dinner and a movie, you have thriller movies and Italian food, which sounds amazing to me. For the energies that you either need to tap into or be aware of, you have Aries, and Aries is that fiery initiative, that kind of like ready to go to war a little bit, you know, like they do what they want. I'm an Aries. It's like all about I am. It's just kind of like, I can do this. They're not always great with the long game, and they do get sidetracked sometimes, at least I know for myself personally, but it's about that like kind of can-do attitude and kind of that initial spark to kind of get something rolling a little bit. So that's excellent. And you also have Libra, which I think is really good with this because it's about balancing things out. You know, it's about kind of making sure you're weighing your options out. You're seeing everything. You're not just running off and committing to one thing, that you're kind of taking things and be like, oh, okay, like the Aries, maybe the first thing they see that they like, it's like running towards it. But the Libra is like, okay, wait, you know, come back, you know, stay here, sit, you know, let's see what else is there. Let's weigh the options out and really assess the situation. So I think these two energies together would probably be very good because it's a little bit that initiative, that confidence, that spark, but it's also about the sensibility of like, you know, let's just make sure we're doing or investing our time in the right situation, you know. So that's good. That's definitely good together. Now, you also have the North Node here, which is about things your destiny, things you're destined for. And you also have Mars here, and this is all about energy, initiative, and temper, and this is about that Aries energy as well. You have the 5th house, which represents passion, love, success, and creativity, and you have the 11th house, which is all about originality, humanitarianism, connections, and creative ideas. You have this skull here is number 6. It's an even number, so that means the special guest that'll be answering your questions today, Virgo, will be Mr. Predicto. Think of those questions. He'll be out here shortly. Okay, first up we have A, K, F, D, A, N, I, and we have 976. And you have the key. So this represents kind of like having the key to unlock a door. You might not know entirely what door you're going to be unlocking, but you have at least half of the stuff that you need to actually like unlock something. So I think you have half of the stuff you need to unlock whatever opportunity you're going to be working on or you're going for. So, you know, sometimes, you know, that's half the battle there. So I think this is really great. I think you have the key, but I think you're just waiting for the right circumstances, right opportunity, right situation to really kind of proceed forward with this. So that's excellent. And you have nurture, and I think this is really going with this whole theme of you actually like nurturing something, like you're kind of just spending the time trying to get something really going, and you have been nurturing it because the 7 of Pentacles, this guy's nurturing this thing since it was a seedling, you know, so because he believed one day it was going to be a tree, and he's just put that effort and work into it. So I think you need to also nurture your ideas, but continue to nurture whatever you're trying to do. Just continue on nurturing this, whatever this is, because you're getting some fantastic results here, you know. I just think you're in like almost like a brainstorming, or you'll be in like almost like a brainstorming phase where you just want to make sure you're open to other ideas and everything like that. That's what I'm kind of getting here. Okay, guys, now it is time Think of those questions, Virgos, and we shall ask. Oh, Mr. Predicto, the most accurate prediction device to ever run off of batteries. What is the answer to Virgo's question?
Definitely yes.
Okay, just in case you didn't hear him, he said definitely yes. There you go, guys. Mr. Predicto is a man of many words, and those were the words he chose to speak here today. I hope you all have a wonderful day, week, month, year, lifetime, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.